Hello. This is As the chief guest is arriving, we request everyone to maintain decorum.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. It is with immense pride, honor, and great pleasure that we extend a warm welcome to each one of you at the opening ceremony of the Vignan MUN 2nd edition 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request everyone to kindly raise and accord a standing ovation as we receive our esteemed chief guest and distinguished dignitaries. It is my proud privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, one of India's most respected former IPS officers, our 1990 batch IPS officer of the Maharashtra IPS, Sri V.V. Lakshmi Narayana Garu, served the nation with distinction for over 3 decades as Joint Director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI. He led several high-profile and nationally significant investigations, earning widespread admiration for his integrity, courage, and unwavering commitment to justice.
Fondly known across the country as a people's officer, he has inspired millions through his transparent, fearless, and value-based approach to public service. After his distinguished police career, he has dedicated himself to empowering youth, promoting ethical leadership, education, rural development, and nation building through public service initiatives and motivational engagements.
Now, a very pleasant morning to one and all. Start here. Start here. Start. Do again. Do again. Do again all this. Do again all this.
It is with immense pride, honor, and great pleasure that we extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the opening ceremony of the second edition of Vignan MUN 2026. Please welcome our honorable chief guest, Sri V.V. Lakshmi Narayana Garu, our distinguished former IPS officer, and our respected Vice Chairperson Srimati Rani Rudrama Devi Garu, and our esteemed Principal Srimati Padmaja Chalasani Garu, and Vice Principal Srimati Padmavati Garu. Thank you. Everyone can be seated.
Today marks yet another significant milestone in the remarkable journey of Vignan. Founded by the visionary educationist Dr. Lavurattaya Garu, Vignan was established with the noble aspiration of transforming education into a powerful instrument for nation building. His unwavering belief that education should shape character as much as intellect continues to inspire every institution under the Vignan banner. Guided by its vision of peopling the country with efficient and ideal citizens of the future, Vignan has remained steadfast in its commitment to nurturing generations of responsible, compassionate, and future-ready leaders. Its mission is to provide holistic education that fosters academic excellence, critical thinking, innovation, leadership, and lifelong learning while honorously blending global perspectives with enduring Indian values. It is this vision and mission that continues to inspire every initiative at Vignan. Today, as we gather for the second edition of Vignan MUN 2026, we celebrate yet another milestone in our pursuit of excellence, a platform that empowers young minds to think critically, engage meaningfully dialogue, embrace diplomacy, and emerge as a responsible global citizens prepared to shape a better tomorrow. Once again, we extend our heartfelt welcome to our honorable chief guest, distinguished dignitaries, executive board members, coordinators, teachers, and delegates. We are truly honored by your gracious presence.
Every memorable journey begins with a celebration, and every celebration begins with gratitude. As we come together to celebrate the spirit of learning, leadership, and unity, it is time to welcome our distinguished guests in the most graceful way. To invoke the spirit of harmony, culture, and togetherness, our talented students will now present a welcome dance as a tribute to our honorable chief guest, distinguished dignitaries, and all our esteemed guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to encourage our performers with a warm round of applause. Thank you to our wonderful performers for that graceful and captivating presentation. Let us once again appreciate them with a big round of applause.
We now invite our school choir to present the welcome song. We shall now proceed with the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, a timeless tradition that symbolizes the triumph of knowledge over ignorance, wisdom over darkness, and hope over despair. It marks the auspicious beginning of every significant endeavor. May I now request the guard of honor to kindly escort our honorable chief guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu. We now invite our school choir to present the welcome song.
मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासि लोकरक्षकं मुदाकरात्तमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासि लोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् नमामि तं विनायकम् नभेतराधिभीकरं नवोदितार्कभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्जरं नताधिकापदुद्धरं नतेतराधिभीकरं नवोदितार्कभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्जरं नताधिकापदुद्धरं सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं माहेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरम् परात्परं निरन्तरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेदरोदरं वरं हरे भवक्त्रमक्षरं समस्त कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतं नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् अकिञ्चनातिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारि पूर्वनन्दनं सुरारि गर्वचर्वणम् अकिञ्चनातिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारि पूर्वनन्दनं सुरारि गर्वचर्वणं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम् भजे पुराणवारणम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्त्रहीनमन्तराय कृन्तरम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्त्रहीनमन्तराय कृन्तरम् कृदन्तमे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिना तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततं कृदन्तमे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिना तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम्
May I now request dignitaries to kindly take their seats.
1 minute. Girls.
As a token of our heartfelt gratitude and profound respect, we shall now present bouquet to our esteemed dignitaries. May I request our student representatives to kindly present a bouquet to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu. May I request our student representatives to kindly present a bouquet to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu. A bouquet will now be presented to our Honorable Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rani Rudramadevi Garu. May we now present a bouquet to our esteemed Principal, Srimati Padmaja Garu. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us once again acknowledge our distinguished dignitaries with a warm and heartfelt round of applause.
We now invite our Secretary General, Ms. Vanshika Shankara, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu, our Honorable Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rani Rudramadevi Garu, our esteemed Principal, Srimati Padmaja Garu, respected Vice Principals, distinguished delegates, respected Vice Principal, distinguished dignitaries, Executive Board members, faculty members, delegates, and dear friends. It is my immense privilege and honor to welcome you all to the Vignan MUN 2026. Model United Nations is much more than a conference. It is a platform where ideas meet, perspectives are respected, and leadership is shaped. Over the next 2 days, we will debate, negotiate, collaborate, and strive to find the meaningful solutions to some of the world's most pressing challenges. As Secretary General, I encourage every delegate to participate with confidence, uphold the value of diplomacy, mutual respect, and integrity, and make the most of this enriching experience. Let us remember that every great leader begins by listening, understanding, and working together. On behalf of the entire Secretariat, I warmly welcome you once again and wish you all an engaging, enriching, and memorable Vignan MUN 2026. Thank you, and I wish all the very best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shankara Vanshika, for your inspiring welcome address. Let's give our Secretary General a big round of applause.
It is our privilege to welcome Srimati Padmaja Garu, Principal, Vignan Poetry School, Nizampet, a distinguished educationist, accomplished academician, and inspiring leader. Srimati Padmaja Chalasani Garu is dedicated to nurturing excellence through innovation, inclusivity, and values. With her strong academic background, commitment to holistic education, and passion for lifelong learning, she has created an environment where every child is encouraged to learn, lead, and flourish. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mrs. Padmaja Chalasani Garu.
Honorable Chief Guest, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu, and our dynamic Vice Chairperson, Srimati Lau Rani Rudramadevi Garu, distinguished dignitaries, honored guests, respected faculty members, our dedicated Executive Board, Secretariat, and my dear delegates, representing various schools from Hyderabad. A very warm good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the second edition of Vignan Model United Nations 2026. At Vignan, we believe that education extends beyond classrooms. It is about nurturing compassionate leaders, critical thinkers, confident communicators, and responsible global citizens. Model United Nations provides our young minds with a unique platform to understand world affairs, appropriately understand the diverse perspectives, and discover the power of dialogue over disagreement. I am delighted to see all of you, the enthusiastic delegates from various schools, coming together with a shared commitment to diplomacy, collaboration, and peaceful problem solving. Over the next 2 days, I encourage each one of you to participate with confidence, respect every opinion, uphold the highest standards of decorum, and make the most of this enriching experience. I extend my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu, for graciously accepting our invitation, and our energetic Vice Chairperson, who has been always on the front line with her constant encouragement, and to the Executive Board, Secretariat, all the faculty members, organizing committees, volunteers, and every individual whose dedication has made this Model United Nations Conference possible. I wish each one of you a memorable, enriching, and successful Vignan Model United Nations 2026. Thank you, and again, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this Model United Nations. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring address.
We now turn our attention to a distinguished leader whose vision and commitment to education continues to inspire us all. Ms. Rani Rudramadevi, Vice Chairperson of Vignan Schools, is the visionary force behind the institution's unwavering pursuit of excellence. With deep commitment to holistic education, she has played a pivotal role in shaping Vignan Schools into center of academic distinction, innovation, discipline, and values.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. Respected chief guest of this function, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayan Garu, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, respected executive chair, and my dear young delegates representing different schools. A very, very warm good morning to all of you. All dear friends, a very good morning to all of you. Good morning, energetic, bright morning. Good morning. So, it's a very, I heartily welcome you all to this Model United Nations program 2026 hosted by Vignan's Botry School students. And it's my honor and privilege to welcome for this program our chief guest for today's function, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayan Garu, who is more popularly known as, who is known to all of you as J.D. Lakshminarayan Garu, because of the work he has done as Joint Director of CBI. He has handled many cases, crime, corruption cases, which shook the entire nation. He has handled such cases with lot of meticulity and to the finest degree, with honesty and not undergoing any kind of political pressure. So many might hold very important positions, but he owned this position. That's why he is called still J.D. Lakshminarayan Garu. And today, it's a great privilege and honor to have him here to address you all, future policy makers, the future nation builders. Even though he's handling very complicated cases, he's always very calm, very humble, very grounded. You never see him agitated. And so that shows the confidence he has in his work. So if it is possible for everyone, please rise from your seats and welcome sir with a big round of applause. Thank you. You may please sit. And all the young delegates present over here. So you might, through these 2 days, learn many things through dialogue, through discussion and negotiation, and might also forget many things, what you've discussed, what are the different affairs with the other countries, and maybe the resolutions you've taken may not change the world overnight too. But what you can definitely take home from this forum is, if 2 countries can negotiate terms between them, if there is any disagreement between 2 people, between 2 families, between 2 neighborhoods, it need not reach conflict, but it can be solved through negotiation. That's what we have to learn from here. So hopefully you'll all definitely take that message home. And many might think we are young, who would consider our opinion? Many might think our voice is so small, who would listen to us? Right? But if you've seen all that is happening across the country with the issue, NEET issue, the issue is big. The bigger one is the way they have put the dialogue. They haven't spoiled any government property. They haven't disturbed any garments, right? They have rightfully asked, if this is the most important exam of our life, then why not have some responsibility towards it, right? And when they have put that thought before, not just the entire country came forward, but all the other countries also looked at India today, right? Very young people like you, all are below 25 years old, right? But even then, when they have put a point so peacefully, every person have looked at the issue. That's the power of truth. That's the power of peaceful negotiation. I hope you understand it and take it forward. And I wish all the best to all the young delegates present here who are nurturing to be the future policymakers and nation builders. Thank you all for coming all the way, and definitely I hope this forum helps you in many things, and more importantly, always try to meet that person whom you wouldn't meet otherwise, right? You always sit with your own group, with your own school, with your own team, but there is always a person whom you wouldn't meet otherwise, right? I hope you find this opportunity to meet such people and take their ideas too. And thank you for giving me this opportunity, and all the best to all the members present over here. Thank you, and thanks to all the volunteers also for the wonderful work they've done. A big round of applause to all the volunteers. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring address and valuable words.
Now we are arriving at the most awaited moment of this inaugural ceremony. A 1990 batch IPS officer of Maharashtra IPS, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu, served the nation with distinction for over 3 decades as Joint Director of the CBI. He led several high-profile and nationally significant investigations, earning widespread admiration for his integrity, courage, and unwavering commitment to justice. Fondly known across the country as the People's Officer, he has inspired millions through his transparent, fearless, and value-based approach to public service. After his distinguished police career, he has dedicated himself to empowering youth, promoting ethical leadership, education, rural development, and nation building through public service initiatives and motivational engagements. His life stands as a shining example of honesty, discipline, and selfless service to the nation. It is my proud privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, one of India's most respected former IPS officers, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu.
I thank my parents for giving me birth in this great nation, Bharat. I thank all my teachers for giving me the education so that I am able to stand in front of you and say a few words. So these are two very, very important people, our parents and our teachers. We should never forget. Morning I entered this beautiful campus with students standing at the entrance, and also all the NCC cadets. They have been giving salute and saying, Jai Hind. This is very, very important for us. If you start the day by saying Jai Hind, it gives you a lot of energy to all of us. I thank all those NCC children especially for making this campus more vibrant, and also the way you have welcomed me. Thank you very much. Because the word Jai Hind has been quoted by our own Hyderabadi, by name Abid Hassan. He was in the Azad Hind Fauj started by Subhash Chandra Bose ji. He coined this word Jai Hind, and it was popularized by Subhash Chandra Bose ji. So Jai Hind is very, very important, and also we all should say Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. And we always should remember our Mother Earth and the Mother India. Bharat Mata ki, Bharat Mata ki, Bharat Mata ki. So always remember the Mother, our India, and also we should remember our parents, and also we should remember our teachers. And of course these great institutions have been started by, I call him Vidya Maharshi, by, I can say, my very good friend, Sri Lavurataya Garu. He aptly captioned the word or named these institutions as Vignan. It is very, very important. And also these institutions have been ably run by Vice Chairperson Rani Rudramadevi Garu, and also ably supported by Principal Padmaja Garu and also all the other faculty. This Vignan is very, very important. Do you remember Lal Bahadur Shastri? He has coined a beautiful this thing for India. It is called Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. He said, for India, the Kisan, the farmer is important, and also the soldier is also important. When Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee became the Prime Minister, he added the word Jai Vignan. So knowledge is also very important for the nation. Now, the quotation or the slogan is Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan. So I am very happy that I am in Vignan institution today to address all of you. So remember these things, they are very, very important. I start with a small story. There were two brothers. They had a piece of land. A dispute has started. Without sitting and discussing, they started fighting because everybody wants to have the land. So then they went to the court, they went to the High Court, they went to the Supreme Court. It took almost 70 years for them, but the land remained disputed only. Had they sat together and discussed among themselves, they could have arbitrated, the problem would have been solved. So that is what a discussion always leads to. So if you see the Second World War also, after Second World War, lot of countries started fighting during Second World War. After the Second World War, what remained? So many deaths, especially women and children. It was very, very pathetic scene. That time it was decided, let us have an organization wherein if there is a dispute between countries, we can sit and discuss. That is how the United Nations have emerged in the year 1945. So, we are all trying to imbibe or we are trying to follow what is United Nations, what happens there, and how the nations sit together and discuss there and sort out their issues. So you should not just belong to Hyderabad or you should not just belong to Telangana, but you should not just belong to India, but you should be a global citizen. With that great thought, Vignan institutions, Vignan schools have started this Model United Nations. I think this is the second edition, wherein about 450 delegates are participating, 200 from Vignan and the other 250 from other institutions of Hyderabad. I congratulate and I welcome you all to this Model United Nations here. And also at the same time, you should see what India taught the world. India always said, Vasudhaika Kutumbakam. That means all nations are together. We are just a family. It's a global village. Now because of technology, world has become a small village. And what India told the world is, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani paschantu ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet. India always wished that always peace should prevail. Everybody should be without disease. Everybody should be happy. This is what India is. So those ethos are now becoming very, very important for the entire world. Now you see two countries are fighting, Russia and Ukraine. For the last 4 years they have been fighting. We thought the war would end in 1 week, but it is going on for 4 years. Then recently we have seen the fight between Israel and Lebanon and also Israel and US with Iran. So why this is happening? The main reason is egos, intolerance, not listening to others, and you want to see that your word prevails. All these things are leading to these conflicts. So that's why, my dear children, I always say wars do not start with weapons. Wars or discomfort or misunderstanding always starts with ego, misunderstanding, greed, intolerance, misinformation, and inability to listen. So in this Model United Nations, these 2 days, you should analyze the causes for this misunderstanding and how we can overcome. My request to all of you is, after these 2-day deliberations, you should be able to write a letter to Donald Trump saying that these 2 days of MUN in Vignan, we want you to end this war, and these are our suggestions. A letter should go from your MUN. And also a letter should go to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. And also a letter should go to Mr. Vladimir Putin and also Zelensky. So I hope then only, from a school, it will become a national news that MUN second edition of Vignan has, the students have written letters to these 4 leaders of the world. How beautiful it is going to be. That means you are not confining yourself to this school, but you are concerned about the world problems. I think you can promise, I think the Secretary General and who are sitting on the dais, they will do that. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Because never think that as a child, what can I do? Never have that feeling. Lot of children have influenced the thought process in the world. Lot of young children have influenced the world processes. There is a boy by name Ran, R-Y-A-N. After this program, you can search your Google. This boy, when he was in 6th grade, one day he was reading the newspaper. He saw a news item that students of schools in African countries, they are falling sick and they are dying because they do not have potable water in their schools. Then what this boy did, he started collecting money. And he collected about 2 lakh rupees and sent to that country, and he made a well dug there. A freshwater well was dug in that school by a boy who was in 6th standard. You remember, if you think and if you can imagine and if you want to do something, definitely you can do. Now there is a foundation called Ran Wells Foundation. He got almost 2,500 wells dug, and now he has changed the entire scope of the African countries. He started when he was in the 6th standard. Always read such examples. There was a girl in Pakistan-Afghanistan border. That time the Taliban said, girls should not go to schools and girls should not get educated. But this young girl of 15 years, he started going to each home and started educating the girls. Then the Taliban came to know that there is a young girl who is going against their will. So they came to know that one day she was traveling in a bus. Then the Taliban terrorists came and stopped the bus, and they entered the bus and they said, in this bus there is a girl who is going against our wishes. If the girl doesn't come out, we are going to shoot all the passengers. The girl came out shouting, I am Malala. I am Malala. She came out and the terrorists shot her and in her head. But she recovered and she received a Nobel Peace Prize along with Kailash Satyarthiji. See what a girl, young girl, if she decides what she can do. These are the inspirational stories. There are so many such inspirational stories, my dear children. Go through them. You have your mobile phones with you. Instead of seeing unnecessary, useless reels, you can see such inspirational stories in your this thing and get inspired. And you also can do something. That's why if you see, I saw inspire, influence and impact. These are the 3 I's which are very, very necessary. I wish all the participants who are participating in the MUN, they are going to create this inspire. You are going to inspire somebody. You are going to influence many and you are going to create lot of impact. So I wish the MUN a grand success. I wish all of you, these 2 days are going to be very, very important. Make friendships, as Rani Rudramadevi Garu has said, because you have come from different schools. These bondings are going to be permanent. So have good friendships, discuss issues and come out with solutions. As I said, maybe today and tomorrow, Monday morning newspapers, I am expecting a news that MUN Vignan students have written letter to these 4 presidents, and they have come up with a solution for the global problems. This is what is my expectation. Hope you will not disappoint me. Hope you will not disappoint me, and you come out with these 4 letters that will change the gamut of the entire thing. Because Greta Thunberg, she spoke in United Nations and she caused lot of concern about the environmental issues. So again, a young girl. So there is a lot of scope. Only thing is, you should have a desire, you should have an idea, and you should have a passion to see that I also can contribute. I also can contribute. Before leaving, I want to tell you 3 goals as told to us by my guru, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Abdul Kalam sir told me, Lakshmi Narayan, whenever you go to any school or any college, tell these 3 things as my words to the students. As a Shishya or as a disciple of Dr. Abdul Kalam, I'd like to tell these 3 things to you. I mean, he said, these are the 3 goals which a youngster can imagine, or 3 goals a youngster can imagine. The first goal, your parents should feel proud of you. That should be the first goal of any student. The second goal of any student, what Dr. Kalam said is, one day in your life, you should go as a chief guest to your alma mater and sit in this chair. You should go as a chief guest to your alma mater. If you are a student of Vignan, one day you should come as a chief guest to Vignan. If you are a student of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans, you have to go as a chief guest to your alma mater. The third goal Dr. Kalam asked me to tell all of you is, your signature should turn into autographs. Your signature should turn into autographs. See how beautiful it is going to be. You walking on a street, people following you and asking for your autograph. Imagine that situation. Wonderful. If all of you can decide, India is going to be number 1 nation in the world. So it is with that, let your parents feel proud of you. You go as a chief guest to your alma mater, and your signature should turn into autograph. If all of you can fulfill these 3 goals, India will be number 1 nation in the world. Let us hope for the best. I wish you all the best for your 2 days MUN. Discuss, deliberate, and also come out with solutions, and don't forget 4 letters to 4 presidents of these 4 nations. On Monday morning, I will be anxiously opening the newspapers to see whether this news has come or not. Thank you very much, children. Thank you very much, Rani Rudrama Garu, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with the future of the nation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful message. I'm sure no great people will come with small ideas, right? So, such wonderful idea that he has given to all of you. Who will be writing the message to all the President sir has mentioned? Did you all hear him? Did you all understand him? So, who will be writing? Okay, I can only see one hand. Okay. So, the whole world, we see the dispute is between, good. We think the dispute is between 2 countries only. If there is an economic slowdown in China, how will it affect us? But as you can all see today, it's no longer between 2 countries. If 2 countries are at dispute, it is affecting the whole world. If there is a climate problem, it is just not one nation's issue. It is the whole world's issue. Right? So that's why sir has asked you deliberately to ask for peace between these countries, and I hope you understood the purpose. And also, as he rightly mentioned, any leader comes with compassion, as he has mentioned with the story of Mr. Ryan, and also bravery, as he mentioned with the story of Malala. I hope all the young leaders present here take his message and see that if you want to emerge as a leader, if you want to become the next level change maker, you take these values home: compassion, being compassionate, understanding other person's problem. At the same time, be courageous. Always, where does the courage come from? You, however small, however young you are, the courage comes from the truth you hold. I hope you will all take that message home and definitely follow the values sir has mentioned. May your signature become the autograph. May we call you all as a chief guest to our MUN, maybe the 20th edition. And thank you so much again, sir, for giving such a wonderful message.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking keynote address. Your words have truly motivated and encouraged every one of us.
We now move on to one of the most significant traditions of every Model United Nations Conference, the gavel's presentation ceremony. The gavel is far more than a symbol of authority. It represents responsibility, impartiality, discipline, and the commitment to hold up the values of diplomacy and constructive dialogue. As these gavels are presented today, they signify the official commencement of the committee proceedings and the responsibility entrusted to our executive board to lead every committee with fairness, dignity, and excellence. To begin the ceremony, may I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu, to come forward and kindly present the ceremonial gavel to the Secretary General of Vignan MUN 2026, Ms. Shankara Vanshika. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Kindly take your seat. May I now invite our Honorable Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rani Rudramadevi Garu, to kindly present the ceremonial gavels to the Executive Board of United Nations Human Rights Council, UNHRC, Chair Mr. Shyam J. and Vice Chair Ms. Shriya. And now, Disarmament and International Security Committee, DISEC. Chair, Mr. Sriram, and Vice Chair, Mr. Hemant. Chair, Mr. Sriram, and Vice Chair, Mr. Hemant. Thank you, ma'am. I now invite our esteemed principal, Srimati Padmaja Garu, to kindly present the ceremonial gavel to the Executive Board of United Nations Security Council, UNSC, Chair Ms. Radha and Vice Chair Mr. Kartikeya. May I now invite our Vice Principal, Srimati Padmavati Garu, to kindly present the ceremonial gavel to the Executive Board of Lok Sabha. Speaker, Mr. Ahmed, and Deputy Speaker, Ms. Tanisha. I IT, Executive Board of International Press, Ms. Shruti, Editor-in-Chief, Ms. Tejashwi, Director of Photography, Mr. Argo. And now, WHA, World Health Assembly, Chair Ms. Ikshita and Vice Chair Mr. Alex. And congratulations once again to all our executive board members.
As we celebrate the successful inauguration of Vignan MUN 2026, let us take a moment to capture this memorable occasion. Thank you, everyone.
It is a cherished tradition to honor whose presence, wisdom, and guidance inspire us to strive for excellence. As a token of our heartfelt gratitude and deep appreciation, we shall now felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Lakshmi Narayana Garu, for graciously accepting our invitation and inaugurating Vignan MUN 2026. May I request our Honorable Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rani Rudramadevi Garu, and our esteemed Principal, Srimati Padmaja Chalasani Garu, to kindly felicitate our honorable chief guest. For your valuable presence and inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, let us express our gratitude to our honorable chief guest with a thunderous round of applause.
As we come to the close of this inaugural ceremony, it is time to express our sincere gratitude to all those whose presence, guidance and support have made Vignan MUN 2026 a memorable beginning. I now invite our Vice Principal, Mrs. AVN Padmaja Garu, to deliver the word of thanks.
Excuse me, Nikshipta is here. Nikshipta of 10th class, our national yoga champion. Yeah, right.
Nikshipta, please come out. Come over the dais, please.
As we come to the close of this inaugural ceremony, it is time to express our sincere gratitude to all those whose presence, guidance and support have made Vignan MUN 2026 a memorable beginning. I now invite our Vice Principal, Mrs. AVN Padmaja Garu, to deliver the word of thanks.
A very good morning to everyone. On behalf of the Vignan family, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Garu, for gracing this occasion with his presence and for delivering an inspiring keynote address that has motivated us all. I express my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rani Rudramadevi Garu, for her constant encouragement and invaluable support. My heartfelt thanks to our principal, Ms. Padmaja Chalasani Garu, for her visionary leadership and unwavering guidance in making this conference a reality. I thank our Vice Principal, distinguished guests, Secretariat Board, Executive Board, teachers, volunteers, delegates, and every member of the organizing team for their dedication and hard work. Thank you, and I wish Vignan MUN 2026 every success.
Thank you, ma'am, for the heartfelt vote of thanks. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony of Vignan MUN 2026, may I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
One mic, 2 minutes.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. And with this, the inaugural ceremony of Vignan MUN 2026 comes to a close. May I request everyone to kindly remain standing as our honorable chief guests and distinguished dignitaries depart from the venue. We request everyone to kindly be seated.